Well, for the markets, it is a bit of a somber mood that we have. So it's turning out to be a bit of a tempered Diwali mood at the moment. 24,255 is where we are at the index level. Bank Nifty outperforming a smidge because that index is holding just mildly around the green line. So just flat, to be honest, making up its mind whether it wants to be in green or red. Let's pull up the broader markets as well and see what the kind of mood is when it comes to the mid cap and the small cap indices. In the red right now and off the highest point of the day when it comes to both the mid cap as well as the small cap indices, those small cap holding up in the green. Stock specific action in Cipla and L&T. L&T, of course, that result reaction coming through. The management commentary was quite strong and the stock is holding up to the gain of around 7%. And then Cipla 8% higher. That Goa facility getting a VAI status is definitely good news. So that stock is holding up. You also have Rainbow Children, Anantraj, Chalet Hotels as some of the other big buzzers on the gaining side. And add to that list even a Vodafone Idea. On the losing side, however, IT is on the back foot. Persistent Systems 5% lower. Oracle is down 5%. Tech Mahindra cut off 4%. Birlasoft, L&T Tech, Emphasis, these are all down and out, and even HCL Tech. So acute pressure actually on IT space. My reading was that Cognizant numbers will be taken well by the street given the fact that the discretionary demand commentary was better. But yesterday Capgemini also came out with numbers. They had to cut down their guidance. So maybe that's weighing heavy. And then of course a lot of large mega earnings lined up, mega tech earnings lined up in the US, the likes of Meta, etc. Maybe that's also having an impact, but the Nifty IT index as a whole a bit on the back foot. But time now to put the spotlight on consumption. Mr. Vipul Parekh, the co-founder and CMO at BigBasket, is joining us on the show to talk to us about how the overall pickup has been. Vipul, hi, it's been all about quick commerce. That was a big trend that we watched out for in the summer gone by, and hopefully things will look up for you in summer 2081 as well. So here's wishing you a very happy Diwali. But to begin with, what are the key festive trends that you have observed this Diwali so far? And how do you anticipate the Diwali sales to be this year versus the last year?
I think one of the biggest things we are seeing, Diwali is actually a much bigger online festival this year than it was ever before. And Diwali is all about gold. So, for example, we are selling gold coins to Tanishq and silver coins. And we are finding that our volume this year, we already outsold what we sold last year about 2 days back. And our volume on gold coins alone will be about 4x of last year. So I think that's one big trend. Diwali itself is becoming a very strong online festival now, as opposed to what it was before. The second thing we are seeing is in terms of decorations, lighting, convenience needs. All of this has moved online. People are buying all of this now, or whether it's puja samagri. Surprisingly, things like beads, diyas, artisanal diyas, diyas with ghee, so simple things like that are selling very, very well. The third trend we are seeing, which is turning out to a very big trend, is Diwali gifting. Now, if you think of it, Diwali gifting earlier, it was always dry fruit boxes. Now, dry fruit boxes are still selling. But the thing we are seeing is a trend reversal. Last year, we were seeing a huge increase in terms of chocolates and gourmet food products. But this year, we are seeing a resurgence of Indian sweets. Indian sweets are selling very well. We have multiple brands, and volumes are about 2x, 3x of what we sold last year. So that's one part of it. The other thing that is happening is this entire, low-end electronics, whether it's you take things like small speakers, earpods, or even small appliances. This has become a very popular gifting range. This was not the case earlier. So people are using quick commerce to buy these products and gift it now. And this was never the case earlier. So I think these are the three major trends. Diwali itself has become much larger. Gold has become, surprisingly, people are buying gold coins in large numbers online. And this entire Diwali gifting trend has become a big thing.
Yeah, it sure has. So share with us your insights on the kind of demand trends that you're seeing for your products in metro cities versus what tier 2 and 3 cities are doing during the festive season.
Online is a little different. I wouldn't know what the offline trend is. But what we are finding is, surprisingly, tier 2 and tier 3 and tier 4 are actually mirroring tier 1. And one of the strange things we have found, and there used to be a gap earlier when it was pure just online grocery and slotted delivery, that the tier 2 and tier 3 demand used to be smaller. But after a quick commerce, the adoption, penetration, interest, new category buying, all of it is actually equally high in tier 2, tier 3 cities as it is in tier 1. And in fact, even average bill values, average bill value on quick commerce on tier 2, tier 3 is practically the same as tier 1. The amount of stuff that people are buying online, the total monthly buy, that is also very similar in both tier 2, tier 3 as compared to tier 1. So very similar trends, very similar categories selling, and very high interest, probably higher interest in quick commerce in tier 2 and tier 3.
Right, morning. We're also hearing about the Tata Group's foray into quick commerce via New Flash. Can you tell us what this means for BigBasket? What kind of synergies will be between the two platforms, given that New Flash will also be catering to the grocery segment?
Yeah, so we work very closely with New. If you look at it today, BigBasket is present on New. BigBasket now is present on New. So BigBasket, so the entire quick commerce offering of BB now will also be available on New Flash and on Tata New. So this is an absolutely seamless, well-integrated offering, and this will be available both on Tata New and also on the BigBasket app. And the idea behind that is that you have multiple customers. Tata New is positioned very differently. It's positioned like a horizontal, app. We are positioned as a vertical grocery-led business. So I think we are finding that together we actually address a lot more customers than we do singly. And therefore, the strategy is really to have both of these available and to make sure that most customers can use this.
Sure, Vipul, but has the online grocery segment performed in recent months, and what are your expectations for the near future for the grocery part of it?
I think two things are happening. One, online grocery is growing very rapidly thanks to the adoption of quick commerce. There are a lot of new customers coming on because of interest in quick commerce, because of the fact that they're finding this very convenient, and this is something a facility which they never had before. And because of that, online grocery is growing. The slotted business is steady, but the growth is coming significantly via online grocery, and sorry, via quick commerce and not via slotted grocery. So therefore, quick commerce has become the powerhouse driving online grocery sales.
Right. So I wanted to understand what is the current performance of your quick commerce business in particular, and how much does it contribute to your overall sales?
Sure. Quick commerce is now close to 50% of our overall business. It is growing obviously much, much faster. Month on month, it's growing. And more importantly, we are actually converting to a completely quick commerce company. So if you look at it from this month, and if you open the BigBasket app now, you'll find that we have a single default quick commerce offering. So for all practical purposes, we are only a quick commerce company now. Slotted is available as a feature to customers. So if the people want, they can choose to have the delivery in a slot of their choosing. But otherwise, we are, for all practical purposes, just like any other quick commerce company. So I think that is one thing. The second thing that is happening is obviously quick commerce itself is becoming horizontal commerce. So while BigBasket traditionally used to be grocery, BigBasket now, which is our quick commerce offering, is not only grocery but covers multiple other categories, whether it's electronics, whether it's general merchandise, whether it's toys, whether it's sports, whether it's jewelry, whether it's fashion. So you'll find a much larger assortment available under quick commerce now.
Right, and how many dark stores does BigBasket currently operate? What kind of targets do you have for expansion over the year?
So we are currently about 400 dark stores. We will get to, I think, about between 500 to 600 by March, and close to about 1,000 in the next 9 to 12 months.
Okay, and finally, can you provide us an update with respect to your profitability timeline? I think the big question is, when are you going to turn profitable?
So we are close to contribution margin positive. We expect to be contribution margin positive, which is really covering all your operating costs and operating marketing before corporate expenses by this coming March 25, and we expect to be EBITDA profitable by December of next year.
Okay, Vipul, on that note, we let you go. Thanks so much for making time and speaking with us. But staying with the consumption theme, and Mr. Jayen Mehta, the MD at Amul India, will join us on the show right now. Hi, Mr. Mehta. Wishing you and everyone at Amul India very, very happy Diwali. May this year be a lot more prosperous for you and everybody around you. But how's been the demand so far in this festive season? Since, of course, this is the time where people, kind of cheat when it comes to their sugar intake, the milk, ghee, and the sweet consumption goes up. Have you been able to see that uptick in your sales as well?
Yes, this has been a very, very good Diwali for all of us. And you are right that the focus on purity has been the theme this year. And of course, Amul stands for the best quality raw material, the best quality products, and the best taste. And that's how we've been able to register a very, very good growth in this Diwali over the previous year. The focus on fresh mithai has worked out very well with very good growth. The key demand also has been very good. And of course, the conventional dairy products, be it milk, the entire range of butter, the cheese, the fresh creams, ice creams, beverages, all have been registering a very good growth.
Right, Mr. Mehta, we've been hearing commentary from some of the FMCG players that while rural demand is recovering, urban demand has seen some amount of softening. Are you witnessing similar trends with your business?
Let me tell you that this month, which will close today, will be the best ever month in our history. We will register a 20% growth in our sales this October versus last October. And overall cumulative also, it's a double-digit growth that we are registering. So we don't sense urban-rural differences, demand gaps, and so on. Our focus on building markets for products across the length and breadth of the country, be it urban India or rural India, has been paying very good dividends. One needs to expand the product portfolio, which we are doing very rapidly. One needs to expand distribution down to 10,000 population, 5,000 population, which we also have been doing very rapidly. Then working very closely on the parlor segment, which we have more than 10,000 Amul parlors and the largest single brand retail network in the country, to QCom, Ecom, modern format stores, and also the normal distribution. So this has been yielding very good results, and that's why I'm happy to share that this month of October will be the best ever in the history of our 50-year-old organization.
Right, and reports are also stating that you plan to foray into the mainstream market via Costco. Tell us a little bit about this partnership. What kind of demand are you expecting for the products in the US as well?
Yes, the launch of Amul milk in US has been pretty successful. We launched milk in US in the month of May and expanded through the network of the Indian grocery stores that typically dot the length and breadth of the country, which always have been selling our butter, cheese, ghee, paneer, and so on. But with fresh milk coming in, this was an opportunity for us to get into the mainstream. And we are very happy that a product that is actually made for Indians, the Amul Gold with 6% fat milk, which US has never ever seen in their history, has been getting a very good traction, and that led the entry of Amul milk into Costco. And today, over just last 2 weeks since launch in Costco, the demand has been multiplying. They're adding more and more stores, and not just the Indian diaspora, but also the local consumers have started accepting the taste of Amul Gold, which is 6% full cream milk, goes very well with coffee, to the Indian chai and desserts and mithais and all that we make out of it. So that way, it's a very, very good beginning that we made in US, both in our Indian ethnic grocery stores to the mainstream. We are launching buttermilk this in the month of November. We'll be also launching curd in the month of November and gradually expanding our presence to Canada and also in the month of November to make Amul a pan-American brand for milk and fresh products.
Okay, Mr. Mehta, and what new products or promotions are you launching this festive season? You're already talking about a 20% plus kind of growth, but anything else to sweeten the deal for consumers?
Practically every product is buzzing and a lot of action happening in every single category. We've had new campaigns for our protein range. We had new campaigns for our mithai range, our range of probiotic buttermilk. And of course, you've seen the big burst in a new category that we've got in recently, which is a recent campaign launched on our snacks also. The potato snacks, the dairy-based snacks, a new campaign which is recently broken. So all in all, we operate across multiple product categories and we ensure that every single category finds its place in the market. So be it Amulya for puja in Northeast and Northeast, to the ice creams and the butters and the cheese and the mithais and each of the products that we sell across the length and breadth of the country.
Right. Also wanted to understand, how the first half of the fiscal has shaped up in terms of financials and what is it that we can expect from the second half now?
Yeah, as I mentioned, a double-digit growth has been registered, and almost a 20% growth in October also has been registered. The next 5 months also are pretty good, because from now on is the marriage season till mid of December. After that, we'll have the Christmas, New Year, and then Uttarayan and to Holi, and then summer. So it is a vibrant season for the food industry, for the dairy industry, and Amul hopes to ride on it the way it's been doing consistently.
Right, and what about the consumer response when it comes to the protein range of products? Are you planning to expand this further, perhaps maybe incorporate other health-focused products or flavors, given that this is really seeing a lot of traction?
That's right. Yes, the foray into protein has been very, very successful. Since we are the largest manufacturer of cheese in the country, we have the best quality whey, and from this whey, we have got the best quality protein, which are into high protein lassi, buttermilk, high protein milk, which is the highest in the world with 35 gram protein per 250 ml. To a wider range of products, be it dahi, and now recently in this month we launched high protein milkshakes also. So Amul Cool 10 gram protein milkshakes available, and the whey protein concentrate, both in plain and the chocolate variants, have been doing well. We'll be adding a coffee variant also very shortly. And expanding the product range and portfolio to add ice creams, to add cookies, to add chocolates, and also ready to eat high protein stuff. The paneer, high protein paneer, also has been very successful. So as we've built a very strong portfolio now, we have our own direct to consumer channel, and we have thousands and lakhs of customers buying on our shop.amul.com portal, not just protein, but the entire range of products. And the mission that we have is to educate everyone that we all need 1 gram of protein per kg of body weight every day. And the best form of protein you consume is through milk and the milk-based whey protein. And that's what is helping us grow this market very much.
Okay, Mr. Mehta, on that note, we let you go. Thanks so much for joining us today and talking to us about how the Diwali has been and how the rest of the year is likely to pan out.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.